like a yenta. I'm a loudmouth, you know? Okay. Well, anyway, guys, here she is. Unbelievable talent. I love this woman. Probably one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Coconut Creek in Broward County, we got Miss Jess Helltrain. Yeah.
Hey.
Let's go, baby. Woo!
Hey, thanks for having me on.
And Jess, how was your drive up to Jensen Beach?
It was good. There was some traffic, but it was good overall.
Yeah, we're so happy you made it and everything. And we've been talking about this podcast for a long time, and you have such a story, an amazing journey, what you have done and everything, and everybody is looking forward to hearing this. And if I said it right, you are definitely an alternative we're going to say alternative rock and blues singer. So if I said it right, alternative rock and blues singer. And Jess, we hear of jazz and we hear of all different types of contemporary music. Can you tell everybody exactly in detail what your music is all about, blues and alternative rock?
So my music is, my songwriting, my music has always been kind of like my therapy. And so it falls under the alternative subgenre and a blues subgenre called traumacore, where you talk about the things that are going on in your life, the things that are on your mind, and it's kind of like emo but more detailed and more specific, so that you get into things like grief, or you get into things like whatever you're going through at the time, and you write about it. Some people write about, experiences they've had, like horrible marriages, or, bad dating experience or something like that. There's a number of things they write about, but it's usually along the lines of mental health.
Yeah, it's very interesting. As I come around meeting these new artists and everything, we're not just talking about in your type of music, everywhere, rock and all that. And a lot of people lean on life experiences, sometimes negative life experiences, to relieve all that mental. You hold into mental pain for so long, and that's a great way to express it and everything. And your lyrics, deep and amazing and everything. So you use your whole entire life experience to come up. I mean, not depressing. I mean, they're spiritual and uplifting and everything like that. So, I know that things can get tough in life. They can get great. And I'm sure you picked on the music there to go ahead and release all the mental stress and craziness that we all had, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I grew up, my parents gave me a few different genres that I was allowed to listen to. I didn't listen to just those. I listened to the ones I wasn't supposed to. But they gave me
Ozzy Osbourne.
They gave me country, Christian, and classic rock. Now, Christian I kind of had to listen to when I was in my mom's car or when I was in church, but I didn't really listen to it in my free time. Country, again, it was fine, but it was. I grew up in the South, and you get real sick of country real fast.
I hear the Georgia accent in you, by the way.
Well, thank you. I mean, I try and... I just talk normally, but I do have a hint of a Southern accent sometimes.
Little bit, yeah.
But it's real subtle. So I mostly listen to classic rock.
Nice.
Which is where I fell in love with the rock, the blues genre, because that was what I primarily listened to. And so it wasn't, so it kind of shaped my music tastes. And so, and a lot of the classic rock that I would listen to would be considered alternative or punk.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
It was alternative, blues, punk, you name it, but it wasn't your stereotypical classic rock. It was like the Everly Brothers and occasionally Boston, but not really.
It's funny, like you said, you had to hide your tapes and everything. That reminds me. And I got my dad.
I had to hide all my music.
God, I got my dad back here. I might as well tell him right now. When I was like 10 years old, I'm a little bit older than you. I was into like the heavy metal scene, like Ozzy Osbourne.
I'm a big metalhead.
Yeah, oh, you are. Ozzy Osbourne,
metal,
Megadeth,
screamo, all of it.
Iron Maiden, like the really hardcore stuff. I
Yeah.
literally had to go into my closet and kind of listen to it really soft.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, my dad would come in and he'd be like, Joe, what are you listening to? I'm like, oh, I'm listening to some Neil Diamond and Barry Manilow. You know, would you believe it? I think my mom found my tapes and she destroyed them. But
Yes.
now look what they got out today. But anyway.
Yeah, I was not. I was supposed to listen to only those 3 genres, but I was a big metalhead. I was really big into emo music and screamo music, and even some little bit raunchy early thousands pop and rock music.
Yeah, pop, rock.
Pop, rock, rap.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't really supposed to listen to those, but I listened to them a lot because I wasn't supposed to. That was the primary reason. I knew I wasn't supposed to, and that's why I did it.
Well, you know, that probably makes a lot of sense. You know, you're kind of hiding your music and you're kind of combining all the different types of music. And
I've always been a bit of a rebel, so the fact that it was forbidden was the only reason I got into it.
Oh my God, I could definitely agree that you're a rebel,
I
man.
got into it.
Yeah, you were.
Because I was told I couldn't, and I didn't like being told what I could do.
And now you're kind of, well. But it's funny though. I mean, you're combining all that I can't do as a kid, the type of music, but now you're combining it, and you created something very, very beautiful and very wholesome and organic and everything. It's music the whole family could kind of listen to and jam to, which I have and everything. But let me tell you, you are definitely an unbelievable talent, and I love watching you sing all the time. And we're gonna make sure that everybody loves to watch you sing, right? Now, I love your stage name. I mean, the stage name is the best. Jess Helltrain. I love it. You're talking about you were a rebel back then. I think it kind of goes with you and everything.
I've always been a rebel from birth to now.
Yeah, it's the attitude. You got to have that attitude in the music industry, the toughness and the attitude. So where did the Jess Helltrain come from?
Well, that's actually a funny story. So I went to music school in Nashville. I was in college, and one of the upperclassmen had the assignment of, he was a grade ahead of me, or like a class ahead of me. So I was a freshman, he was a sophomore, and he had the assignment to pick a stage name for one of the freshman class members. And he said his original thing was Jester Helltrain.
Yeah, I remember that's when I first met you. You had Jester.
And so Jester was my nickname growing up. Something my brother called me. It was very common. Jess is also something a lot of people call me. That's just 90% of what people call me is Jess, Jester, something along those lines. But the Helltrain part, he said, he gave this explanation, which is absolutely hilarious and true. He goes, I chose Helltrain because your life goes to hell so often, you might as well be driving the train. And I was like,
my God.
You are exactly right.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah.
I mean, so that was the reason behind it. He's like, your life goes to hell in a handbasket so often, you might as well be driving the train. I was like, yep, that's accurate. That's accurate.
I know that we were messaging back and forth. You were telling me about your stage name that you just got. Well, it's a wonderful story you shared. I'm like, okay, well, Jess Helltrain. How's that going to work? But I was thinking about that. I think that's an eye-opener. You know, all of a sudden you're jumping on stage and you're getting ready to rock. This is Jess Helltrain. I think it's going to get everybody's attention. They're going to be like, why is she saying Helltrain? And then I think once you get into your music, everybody's going to be good. And I say thumbs up on that one here and everything. Guys, I just want to remind you here, do not forget that at the end of this podcast, Jess is going to perform, and we're going to find out what songs she's going to perform. You got to hold on to that. She's going to do it. And also, we're going to be going Jerry Springer in this place here. Okay, there's going to be a competition. And once again, I'm going to have to probably kick her ass. I mean, I kicked Marina's ass, so I'm going to go ahead and probably kick her ass. So stay tuned for that. It's going to happen and everything.
You can certainly try.
Yeah. Also, guys, I want to remind you and everything, if you're pretty much in the Broward County and the Palm Beach County Treasure Coast, we have the Barn Theater, Community Barn. Unbelievable plays and musicals. You got to check them out here. There's a really good play coming up in the next month. I believe it's called Rock of Ages. You guys seen Rock of Ages?
I love that one.
Tom Cruise, man.
Great
movie.
musical.
You got to get on the internet site. I'm going to give you the internet site. Make sure you get your tickets for this unbelievable play coming up. Singing. There's actually going to be a live band, okay? And the internet site we're going to go ahead and look for. You're going to see it right here in the bottom of the screen. We got the Barn Theater, TheAtre.com. Go ahead on the website, order your tickets. There's a whole bunch of other shows coming up. And this play that's coming up is going to be unbelievable. So get your tickets. Check out the Barn Theater. Okay. Anyway, all right. Got that out of the way. Very good. Anyway, Jess, going back to our man, I think this is probably the best thing that probably has happened to me, meeting a new friend, and obviously with you. So we're going to get into that and everything. And I remember we met Propaganda and everything. Yeah, we met at Propaganda in West Palm Beach or Lake Worth, and I'm leaving. All of a sudden, I hear this voice. It was like a faint voice. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Actually, I think I'm the weirdo. What the hell? I hear that voice, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I turned around, and there you were, on stage singing the song. Our eyes met. And that was it. No. Yeah. And I heard you singing that beautiful song. And Radiohead is one of your favorite songs, and Creep and all that stuff, right?
Yep. That is definitely one of my favorites to perform, for sure.
Absolutely. And you perform it really good. Creep, Radiohead, and all that. But it was so amazing because after that, I was just doing some amateur field videos and everything. And all of a sudden, I was like, okay, well, I just met Jess. Jester at the time. So I'm like, hey, let's go outside and do a little 5 or 6 minute interview. Local girl from Coconut Creek. Nothing's been going on. No disrespect, but it was kind of dead. Your music career, I remember you, right?
Oh, yeah,
you were,
it was
you
dead
were
in the water.
Yeah, you didn't do anything for 10 years, right?
6 years.
You gave it up?
I gave it up for 6 years.
And then you came back to Propaganda on one night.
Yep. Just walked into an open mic night, totally random.
Amazing. And that's when I first met you. And I'm like, let's go outside. Let's do a little 4-minute. And I remember we sat down. You guys go on my Instagram. I'll have to pin it up and you can see that interview. It was about 4 months ago. And we did that little field interview, who you were, what you do, what you sing. And will you please tell the trillions of people that are watching live on this podcast around the galaxies and the whole entire universe what happened after that interview?
So after that interview, I was approached by a showcase tour organization offering to host me as a headliner in a showcase tour. So most of the acts, they got 5-10 minutes. I consistently got 20 minutes on stage.
Wow.
Which, with the amount of people that were signed up and the amount of cities and states that I was in, it was pretty impressive to consistently have that much. So I went to, my first stop was in New York. Then I came back to Miami for a show. Then I went to Atlanta, and then I went to Dallas.
And this is all from the interview that we did?
This is all from the interview, and so I got to go on the tour bus for the first tour, for the first part of the tour, first leg. So New York, I had a tour bus that I went with. They also had a car that we drove, like took turns driving to, but we had a tour bus. We went back to Miami, and I had the option to stay on the tour bus for the remainder and not go home, or I could go home and then drive the rest of the time. So I went home because I have 2 dogs. I had 1 dog at the time. I have 2 dogs now, but I had a dog to take care of. I had a roommate. I had to organize things, and so I needed a little bit of time at home. So I drove to Atlanta and I drove to Dallas, to and from both cities. So it wasn't quite as exciting as being on a tour bus with a dozen other people.
It's amazing. I mean, I always tell everybody, you never know. We went out there, did that interview. You don't know who's watching. You know, it could be, we're on that interview, it could be like a grandma, oh my God, my son would love this video, I don't know, and send it to her son or grandson, and all of a sudden the grandson's like, oh my God, I love this, post it on social media or something like that, and then you're going to get blasted. And that is exactly what happened with that interview, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the opportunities came rolling in. I mean, first the tour, and then I had some offers from the tour to actually, like, actual gigs to perform. And, like, multiple people were interested in collaborating with me, and, I mean, it got absolutely insane. I got opportunities for, to take part in certain records, one of which I cannot talk about.
That's fine.
But I will say, it is a popular film genre and video game genre. So it's a very popular thing. I can't tell you, but keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for in the next year or so.
Okay, I think a year they'll kind of give up the upbeat, and we'll have to give up little information.
But yeah, and I got the opportunity to participate in other types of showcases. I had opportunities to work with so many different artists. I got to co-write a song with a rap artist recently, and it just hit all of the streaming platforms. And I mean, this guy is one of the best in the business, and I just I even got into hosting a couple of events here and there. But since then, it's just it's been a whirlwind. I pretty much out every night doing music, doing what I do. And I think the biggest crowd I performed in front of was about 300 or 400 people.
That's a sizable crowd right there, man.
It was. It was packed like sardines.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're going. I mean, you're not going to like a concert where there's like 50,000 people in an arena and everything. Yeah, because we're trying to figure out what is a showcase. Okay, we're trying to. Yeah, like you say, showcases, and I know I went to a few of them to watch you, but I think a lot of people get confused with the showcases and everything like that.
So showcases are, they're essentially jam-packed nights full of artists. So typically the artist gets 1 to 2 songs, and it's by invitation only. So someone who is hosting the event or one of the people from the event has to invite you into the fold, kind of. So it's only by invite, but it's a lineup of artists, local artists usually, that perform 1 to 2 songs lasting all night. And it's a networking opportunity. So there's a lot of the people present for these showcases aren't, regular customers of the establishment. There are some regular customers at these places, but for the most part, it's talent scouts, it's producers, it's other artists, people looking to, podcast hosts, people looking to connect, to find more business connections, more music connections to better their business, and to kind of help each other out. And so it's a very big, it's like a big networking opportunity, kind of the equivalent of like a business conference.
Yeah, or kind of like, I always like to use
like
sports analogy.
Expo.
It's kind of like you're trying out, you're on a football team and you have scouts out there. They're like, I like what he's doing. Let's go ahead and put him on the show and everything. I mean, it's amazing that you go from down and out, propaganda, and then all of a sudden, here you are after the little clip that we did, and now you're getting noticed everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. And a lot of fun. Yep, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. So, it's amazing, though, because I had an interesting experience over at the showcases. When you invited me a few times and everything, I'm like, what is this? Okay, Jess, and all these other artists are going to be there. I'll go and check it out. Unbelievable. I think we went to one in Lauderhill. Okay, so everybody was there. Okay, however, it was a very interesting crowd. Okay, everybody's
Yeah.
from pretty much in the inner cities and kind of like the
Yeah.
hip hoppers and
Yep.
kind of like the guys that are into the rap scene, the hip hoppers, the rough, tough looking guys and everything so I'm sitting there in line and I'm kind of like this little 5'7" older dude wearing a freaking collar shirt and shoes, and you got all these hip hoppers. I mean, they're all standing around me, the chains and just millions, and I'm like, I'm definitely feeling out of place. But all of them had this rough look on them, like a tough, rough,
Oh, yeah.
badass look. And I'm like, am I going to get killed here? And we're going through the door, and they were doing extensive searches. Oh my God, extensive searches, which is fine. I mean, we're not talking about patting you down.
That search was rough for me.
Yeah, it was. I got in there and I'm like, okay, what's going to happen in here? But it's interesting. It's like right when that first performer started playing, everybody went from that rough, tough look into pure happiness, celebration, grabbing each other on the shoulders, high-fiving, and just cheering like a big love fest. And the support was amazing. I mean, explain how does that happen from you're at one particular place, the rough dude and everything, and everybody turns into one. How does that work?
Well, honestly, it's just like anything else. I mean, they may look rough on the outside, but they're just as passionate about music as you are. And so it's kind of like a game recognizes game situation where, it's wildly supportive because you all have the same goal. And you know that the best way to do that is to help each other. The best way to achieve this isn't by, squashing the competition or by being ruthless. I mean, yes, there's a certain ruthlessness to it, but it's more of a support system because we're all trying to make it. And we know that the best way to make it is through connections. It's about the people you know. It's about using the connections you have. An old mentor of mine used to say there was, in the music business, just like with any pro athletes or whatever, it's just there's only 4 or 5 groups of people that actually make it. The first is the people who are born into it. So their parents are famous, or they're the whole nepotism
They already got
thing.
the help.
All right.
Yeah.
The second is the lucky. So those are the ones that it's 1 in a million chances they go onto a show or whatever, or they get discovered randomly, and those are the ones that usually don't last as long. That their fame doesn't last as long because you can only get lucky so many times, right? And then there's another group, which is the rich, people who can buy their way in. All right. The last group is the free. So the last 2 groups, one of them is the freaks. The freaks are like the freaks of nature, the people who are so talented, so mind-blowingly talented that they have to be big. That's your Christina Aguilera's, your massive talents, your Whitney Houston's. Like those are people that you're like, there's no way when you open your mouth, we're done. You have no competition. You're a freak of nature. Your voice is so freakishly good that you have to be amazing. And the last group is the people who are well connected, people who use their connections to get ahead. Those are the 5 groups of people that actually make it. Now, I was not born into fame, obviously, and I certainly can't buy my way in. And while I am talented, I don't think I would call myself a freak. I don't think I'm quite at that level. So my best chance is to gain as many people as possible, as many connections as possible, as as big of a network as possible so that I can then grow as an artist and I can continue to move forward.
And I'll tell you right now, I mean, you are busting your ass. I mean, it's not like you're going to one showcase on Wednesday, then you go in another. You're doing this almost every night at odd hour. You go to school. You're going to school.
Yes,
work odd hours, and you're doing it. Like, I mean, you have to do hard work, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's gruesome sometimes. I mean, it's grueling. I'll be out at these events, and I'll get home at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and then I have to be up again in like 2 to 3 hours.
It's amazing.
My day starts in 2 to 3 hours from then. So I mean, it can be really rough. And the few days that I have off, I'm zonked for 90% of the day. But I still have responsibilities. I still have school. I still have to take care of my dogs. I still have to do, housework, laundry, that kind of thing. I mean, and I still have all these other things, all these other kind of side hustles that I'm doing, and I have deadlines to meet with those. I mean, I'm never still. I don't think I've watched a single bit of TV in like the last 6 months.
That's probably good for your mental state.
I've not had enough time to watch TV for like 6 months. Because I'm just consistently on the go.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I try to tell some of my friends that are in the music business right now, I'm like, if you want to get noticed, you're going to have to do it. You have no choice. You have no choice at all. You're going to have to put your butt in a showcase.
The 10,000 hours is literal. You have to put in your 10,000 hours. That is literal. That is literal. You have to put a bare minimum of that. You have to work your butt off. You have to be willing to do things for pennies, sometimes for free. You have to be willing to drive insane amounts of time to get to and from gigs. You have to be willing to stand and perform, sing consistently, sometimes for hours.
It's amazing,
just to get a couple of bucks.
When I see you, I mean, it's not like, I can understand you're tired at a showcase. They all are, but it doesn't look like you are. I mean, not only are you physically tired, but you have to kind of get your mental alertness out there so you could go ahead and meet and greet all the producers out there, do your song, and try to be as animated and optimistic as possible while you're holding on to the tiredness. But it's worth it at the end.
At the end of the day, it's worth it because if you don't, you have to give 100% every single time. I mean, I've gone to showcases with injuries. I've gone to showcases where there was one week that I lost my voice multiple times. Like my voice was completely shot to the point where in between gigs, I would be completely silent. So I had, gigs every other day. And so that from the moment I opened my mouth and sang, till the moment to and from I opened my mouth to sing on stage, I did not talk. I didn't speak. I didn't whisper. I did absolutely no communication because anything I said was painful. And I lost my voice. After each one, I made it through a handful of songs, like 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 songs, and then my voice was completely shot.
I remember you told me a story, okay? Maybe the audience wants to hear, because I think it's not a fascinating story for you. You had to suffer through it, but it's an inspirational story. I think you told me this, it was like a few years ago. You were in Tennessee, and what happened to that? Your body?
It was just before I took a music hiatus. So it was about 6 or so years ago. 6, 7 years ago, and about 7 years ago, I'd say. I was the lead singer of a rock band called Crippled Hippie.
Wow, wow.
And we had a gig, and it was 3 hours away from where I lived. So I drove 3 hours. It was at a Halloween party. I drove 3 hours. We performed for 6 hours straight. We had like 2, maybe 3 15-minute breaks. But for the most part, it was straight 6 hours. And we had to have enough material to do that. and it was 16 degrees and raining.
Wow.
And I had 104 fever. And so I was dancing around and I was singing while I had 104 fever in the freezing cold and the rain, and then I had to drive 3 hours back home after all that. And I only made $20, which was enough to cover the gas to get home. That was one of the moments, one of the more difficult moments in my career. That was very disheartening, putting everything into that and then walking away with barely enough to fill a tank of gas.
But at the end of the day, I'm sure it will be a very good thing that happened, because I think that's probably going to put some motivation into you. Like, hey, I remember I did this, and if I overcame that, I could overcome anything. And I always realize a lot of people think that these bands, especially the ones that are starting, they get on stage, all the equipment's there, they sing, they collect their $1,000 paycheck, they walk off stage, all the guys and girls are like, oh my God, I love you. And then, you get into your town car, you go home. That's not the case. I mean, they're walking out with $20 or $30, but you have to. You have no choice.
You have to. I mean, there are some venues where you literally have to pay them in order to play. You have to pay the venue. You have to pay the host, because you need to be you don't always get money. Sometimes you have to put in money just to perform. I mean, it's literally you're working for free or you're paying to work until you build enough connections to get paid. And then it's pennies until you can get enough business to join a union or an organization or to get signed somewhere. I mean, it's not a lot of money. You usually need to have a day job, maybe one or two, to support it. And
also, I mean, when we go back to the travel, it's not like you have this U-Haul thing driving you around. You have to bring your own equipment in the car or SUV. You have to go from city to city. Even you. I mean, you got your outfits and your mic, your music. I mean, it's got to be backbreaking, but at the end of the day, it's going to be rewarding, right?
Exactly. Honestly, the minute I step on stage, the minute the music starts, the minute I step on stage, all of those troubles, all those hardships just kind of melt away, and I just kind of sink into it. And every minute that I get to sing is worth everything else that happens. It's worth all of the trouble to get to do what I love and to do it full on.
And I see it, man. Every time you put a video on Instagram, I've gone to a few showcases, and I notice you are getting better and louder and more focus into it, like you're having a great time. My thing that I love, I mean, you've got a great voice. You guys are going to find out her voice in a second. But the one thing that I really admire about you, like when you sing, it's like you're lost. It's all of a sudden like you start singing. I'm going to try to hopefully, but all of a sudden you're into your voice, and it looks like you're being possessed.
Yeah.
Like somebody's in your body. Your eyes are kind of closed, and you're kind of, I mean, it's beautiful body movements you're doing, but it's like somebody's in your body, and you're just kind of, when you're singing, I'm sure we're going to see it on the performance, but you are just like in a freaking Michael Jordan zone. Like there could be a nuclear bomb going off, and I don't think you would even be startled and everything. I mean, you remind me of Cyndi Lauper, not the voice, but Cyndi Lauper. She would just get really into her song and just lose herself and move. What is going on in your mind and your body when you go into that state?
Honestly, this goes back to when I was a baby, because when I was a little kid, I would have these situations. I had a very hard time with sensory overload. So I have a couple of mental illnesses. I have bipolar disorder and autism and borderline personality disorder. And with the first two, a lot of it comes with sensory overload. So strong feelings, strong sights, strong smells, it got very overwhelming, especially when I was a kid. And so there were moments where I had to do what I had to escape reality until I could deal with it again. And one of those things was music. I would just sing and march around and dance, and I would just get lost in music. when I was little, it was usually like Disney songs, or it was songs from Bible school or whatever, and I would just sing my heart out, and I wouldn't be paying attention. I would just be in the middle of a public place, and I'd be belting out, and I'd be marching circles around my parents, and just kind of just getting into it. And there was no music playing. I did that because I wanted to escape from reality, and that translated into my performing now, even now, because music is still that, it has that effect on me. I get sucked into every lyric, every line, and it just fills my entire soul. The lyrics possess me, and I become the song, essentially. So the only thing going through my mind is, it's kind of like if you're a method actor. Once you're in character, you are that character. You're not anything else. Those lines are your whole personality. Your whole person is this character. It's kind of similar with me in music. Is I feel the lyrics so deeply that I become the song, essentially. I am singing the lyrics like they're as easy as the breath I take. It fills every inch of me, and I get lost in the music, I get lost in the message, and I become the lyrics, essentially. I just lose myself in it, and I just instantly embody it.
Yeah, I mean, I see it, and I think I've seen a lot of information on Instagram from a lot of music producers. They say the best thing to do, and anybody out there, I mean, I just see it all the time, the best thing, you just don't want to sing. But I think the fans, the supporters, they like when the singer or the lead singer has movement, kind of moving a little bit. Maybe some rock bands are jumping from the side to side, and other bands are, they're getting involved with the crowd. And I much rather, talent, yeah, voice is great, but I much rather see an artist that's doing some movement on stage, and we're gonna see it. But when you get lost, you're moving, man. It's just like, God, you could probably float away. I don't know, like a hot air balloon and all that. But it's very appreciative, and I can't wait till we actually get to witness that and everything. And actually, now my favorite topic I want to talk about, and I think a lot of the female artists out there. Oh, by the way, thank you so much for helping my good friend Emily to get her out to the showcase. Emily's such a great friend of mine, a Mad Mellow, beautiful woman, good singer. Yeah, thank you for holding her ukulele too.
She is so talented, and she deserves every chance. She deserves every chance to display that talent and to show the world what she's made of, because honestly, talent like hers comes very rarely. It's not a normal thing to see someone that talented. And so when I see someone who I know has what it takes and has the talent and the drive and the ability, I have to do what I can to help them. I can't help it.
Well, thank you so much. She loves you to death, man. I talk to her
I
quite
love her.
often. Yeah, she talks about you all the time. She is a wonderful woman, a wonderful friend, talent, and everything. And by the way, Emily, we love you. Check out Emily Grace and Mad Mellow. Look them up. They got Mad Mellow on all music platforms. They got a new album, new songs.
I think they have a new song coming out, actually. That
I love it. Yeah, did you? Yeah, she's hilarious. But follow that. Okay. Anyway, my favorite subject I want to talk about, and you had me had me rolling, man, just laughing my ass off. I might as well kick back and just let you tell it again here. Okay, all you female artists out there, okay, and I'm sure there's male ones out there too, but more or less female. I believe that every female artist, no matter who you are, young, old, big, small, whatever, everyone has creeps in the industry. Creeps. They all come in different shapes and sizes, right, Jess?
Oh, yes.
How many creeps have you had in your last?
I've lost count. I've lost count.
My father wasn't out there by your window or anything like that? Or?
No, he's good. But I've lost count. Something about the Disney anime eyes and the bright smile mixed with, I don't know what else is there, but it attracts the weirdest people It is not. I don't. This face does not attract the wholesome guys. It does not attract healthy people. It attracts people that honestly should be on a Criminal Minds episode. It's not. It's not good for anyone. It's real weird, and it makes for great comedy because you couldn't make this stuff up if you tried.
Yeah, I want you to tell everybody that last story. By the way, guys, also, I failed to mention, if I didn't, that Jess Helltrain, she's also a comedian, too. And we're not talking about just a comedian. We're talking about stage acting comedian. So go ahead and focus on Jess when she tells the story of this last creep, and I'm sure she's going to throw some comedy. Get ready to laugh. Jess, you have the stage, the creep stage. Let's go. All
right, so I'm going to start this off the way I do with most of my comedy videos. Hi, I'm your favorite chaotic evil gremlin, and I'm going to tell you guys a story. It's story time, so buckle up and hold on to your butts, all right? All right, so I was talking to this guy after one of my shows. I always talk to the people people in the audience, the patrons, or the other artists. And I was talking to this guy, being super nice, or more like he was talking to me. And he was telling me all the things I could do to improve myself as a singer, and all the things I should do better. And I did not say a word to him. I just went. That's all I did. All I did. And I listened to him critique me. This guy who, honestly, he looked like he lived out of a shopping cart. I'm not saying that judgmentally, but I was just like, And so he messages me the next day, and he messages me the names of several artist organizations that I should join. And honestly, that's nice. I'll take whatever I can get, right? So I was like, thank you so much. And then he goes straight from, so here are some names of these things, these artist organizations, to after I say thank you so much, he goes, so where do you live? I'm like, what? I'm sorry. Come again? Pardon me?
Can you please give your address out, the podcast, and your phone number, Jess?
I was like, what? Who does that? And so he's like, where do you live? I'm like, I'm not giving you that information. And he goes, I mean, do you like to party? I'm like, no, I don't. He's like, I bet you do. I'm like, no, I really don't. He goes, so, I mean, where are you right now? I'm like, I'm not giving you that information. He's like, I'll tell you where I am. I'm behind a warehouse.
Whoa!
So many things to unpack here. And he goes, so, do you smoke? I'm like, no. He's like, do you drink? I'm like, no. He's like, I bet I could get you to drink and smoke. I'm like, no, you can't. You couldn't. I refuse. And he goes, I think you're really sexy. I'm like, I don't feel that way about you. Please stop. But at this point, I'm being a little bit frank. I'm being a little bit mean, and he is not getting the hint. He's like, look, so I'm a little bit high right now, and I just wanted to message you that I think you're cute, and so ask me anything. Ask me anything. And now, okay, get ready. I'm like, if you said the wrong thing, if you said ask me anything as a creep. And so I went, okay, if I can ask you anything, can you please stop hitting on me? Because it's making me uncomfortable. And it took him like 10 minutes to respond. He's like, fine, I'll text you when I'm sober. I'm like, please don't. But next day, it doesn't stop there. The next day, I get another message from him, and he had turned on the disappearing message function of the direct messaging, and so the message was a picture of a phallic shape. Oh, no. And honestly, it was incredibly. I don't know why he's so proud of this. It was incredibly underwhelming and disappointing. Whoa! It was not good.
Whoa.
It was a little bit twiggy.
Wait,
I'm not gonna lie.
Time out. Wait, he sent you a penis pic?
Yes.
What?
Yes, and it was he gained the name. He gained a nickname, Twiggy.
Wait.
It was not. It was not good. It was. I was like, why are you sending this twig in my direction? It's
Wait,
not
you
good.
sold like a
it's
twig?
not good. But the real kicker,
Oh
and this
my
might
God.
be the weirdest part of this interaction. This whole interaction, it might be the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was the caption on the picture. The caption on the picture
You put a caption over Twiggy?
yes.
Whoa.
It was the most absurd thing. It was just good morning, period, in all lowercase letters. Just good morning, lowercase letters.
Lowercase
one
letters.
period. There was no
One period.
emojis. There was not a smiley face or an eggplant in sight. It was just good morning. I'm like, what? Who captions? One, why are you proud enough to send this? And two, who captions a picture that? Who captions
Didn't
this
you
type
have
of
to
picture?
ban
Just
him?
good
You had
morning.
to ban him or
I
get
had to
some...
block him.
Yeah.
After that, I blocked him because I was like, this is too weird. I'm like, you are not gonna leave me alone. I told you to leave me alone, and then you sent me whatever this is.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like this guy's like crazy, man. Like,
Whatever this is.
like Silence of the Lambs or something
Honestly,
like that.
the creepiest part was that caption. I'm not gonna lie. That was the weirdest part.
It's very interesting you mentioned that because the last showcase we were there, I did notice there was like this white, he had to be about 75, like a white guy, and he had this, he had like a big stomach, and he was like holding, I don't know, a drink or something like that, but
Yes.
he kept going up to the artist.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, okay, what is this guy doing? Is he a producer?
I know exactly who you're talking about. This is actually pretty funny. He was going up to the female artists, and he was with a woman who was going up to the male artists. The thing is, they're a couple, and they were looking for a third.
Ew! That's terrible,
So they were
man.
each hitting on all. She was hitting on the guys. He was hitting on the girls. They were double teaming us.
Oh, my double teaming. Parents
Like,
out there?
They were the Wonder Twins of creeps.
By the way, we have turned this podcast from rated G into a little bit of rated R.
They were the Wonder Twins of creeps. Like, they were looking for a third.
Yeah, 'cause that
and
guy
they were
looked
not
really-
going about it in the subtlest way.
I mean, he came up to me and he's like, "Hey, what's your name, cowboy?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Whoa!"
Yep, that is so. He didn't just hit on girls. He hit on guys too. She hit on girls too.
Yeah.
But they mainly covered. He mainly covered girls, and she mainly covered guys. However, there was an instance where he went up to one of my friends and he went, you know, I'm not gay, but if I had to pick a guy, I was like, ugh.
Unbelievable. Yeah. You
That's
know,
real gross.
So that probably answered my question because that guy did look really shady and creepy. And I guess you have to kind of keep an eye on that. I mean, in the showcase business, the new people, yeah, you're probably going to have predators out. I'm not talking about sexual predators. Predators to rip you off.
There's going to be creeps out there, and there's also going to be some shady people who are trying to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
And the key to remember everything is read everything, sign nothing.
It's funny, though, because I guess I was talking to you about a month ago, and I'm like, just be careful. Don't. And you're like, don't worry, Joe. Ain't nobody going to get past me. I'll kick ass.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, how did you come up with the chaotic, how does it go? The
Chaotic evil gremlin?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so I play D&D. All right. So I'm a dungeon master as well, so I do my own homebrew campaigns.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and
I
Dragons.
used to play that when I was young.
I do that all the time. I love it. And so my roommate also plays D&D, and she calls herself a dice goblin. So she hoards dice like a goblin, okay? But as all of the alignments, there's if you don't know anything about D&D, there's different alignments you can choose for your characters.
Oh, just watch Stranger Things. They got Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
You've got lawful good, lawful neutral, lawful evil, neutral good, true neutral, neutral evil, and then you've got chaotic good, chaotic neutral, and chaotic evil.
There you go.
My favorite characters to play have always been chaotic evil because that means my entire goal can be to screw the party over.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no morals. I could just do whatever I want. The best way I've ever seen described the different genres or the different alignments was through tomatoes, by the way.
Yeah.
And so, but I always played chaotic evil characters, and I've always been a bit unhinged. Always. I mean, I love chaos. I love causing chaos, even just in the littlest ways. Just minor, I don't even do anything inherently like abhorrent. I like to inconvenience a little bit. Just inconvenience slightly, just to disrupt someone a little bit. It's a weird thing that I have. I just like to do it.
Don't you remember? I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with Jason Tunick. You roll the dice, and you have the characters.
So one of my friends called me a gremlin because I would just. He was like, he was someone who spent a lot of time at our house, and he's like, you come downstairs in the middle of the night and just like hoard food like a gremlin, just like take stuff up like a gremlin, and you just kind of bounce everywhere, and it's like a Tasmanian devil or like a gremlin thing. And I was like, honestly, I feel like the gremlin rules apply to me. And so between those two, I just started calling myself a chaotic evil gremlin.
So if I took this water right now, and it's after midnight, and if I spilled it on you, you would probably multiply?
I mean, I've never, no one's ever tried, but it might happen. Who knows?
I don't know if I want to.
I don't think the world can handle two of me.
Well, I'll tell you right now, my opinion, I think you are an amazing woman. I think you're very sweet. I love you, and I'm so happy I met you. You're nothing but kind-hearted, big-hearted, and you're a helper. And that's fantastic. And now the good part, man. I think we got some good things coming up in 2026. You came out with some new songs?
Yes.
3 new songs?
So I came out with one song. I came out with it. I wrote it with a rap artist called Verse 1.
I love it. It's on Spotify. I love that song.
It is on Spotify. It's on all platforms. I co-wrote it with him, and we've performed it several times. It's an amazing song. I'm really proud of it. It's called What You Do to Me, and it's honestly, it's some of my best work. And I have another song that's coming out. It's coming out on SoundCloud tonight, but it's coming out on all other platforms on Tuesday. And this one is a Christmas song. And for those of you who don't know me, which is everyone probably watching, I worked in retail customer service for 9 years. And when you work in retail, you grow to loathe Christmas songs, because it's all you hear for like 2 or 3 months, and it's the same ones over and over and over, and it drives you insane. It really does. And so I grew to hate Christmas music. I don't like it. I don't listen to it. So when I came up with an idea for a Christmas song, it was a song about hating Christmas songs. And it's called... That
makes sense. It's
called Silent Nights I Can't Stand. And
well, that's coming out on Tuesday, right?
It's coming out on Tuesday.
You know me, I'll blast share it all over the place, man. Yeah,
and,
very good.
I have another one coming out on the 18th, and it's called Butcher's Tale. And I'm actually really proud of that one as well. That one I wrote probably 6 months or so ago, but I didn't get it finalized until recently. So I have those 3 songs that are coming out.
Yeah,
and
the new one is amazing.
There's definitely going to be more in the works as well.
Oh, my God. It's time now to start rolling out these songs. But the one that you just put out, I love it. I love it. I mean, that whole entire duet was fantastic. You showed me all the videos before. You told me, like, don't leak them out. But I definitely love it, man. Fantastic. So those 3 songs, 2026, is there any little showcases coming up?
Yeah. So one of the reasons I'm releasing Butcher's Tale on the 18th is because I have a showcase on the 18th.
Where?
It's gonna be at Spice Club, and that's in downtown Hollywood, and it's gonna be a whole lineup, and so I'm releasing a song on the 18th.
That's really cool. I got to look at my calendar. I think I have to come up here for another podcast. Mm-hmm. If not, you know where I'm going to be and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But let me tell you, you are accomplishing everything, and I'm so happy
thank
about
you.
everything that you've been doing, especially that little interview we did on a bench at nighttime.
It changed everything, honestly.
Amazing, and I'm so happy that we met that night and we got it out there.
It changed everything. I mean, I had given up music for 6 years. When I moved back to Florida after the birth of my nephew, it was because I had burnt out so bad I had just given up. I was like, I tried this for years and years, like since middle school. I've been working towards one goal, to be a musician. And it's been a long time and I've gotten nowhere. I'm still busting my butt just to make a quick buck. Every band I join falls apart. It's not worth it. It's not worth this is killing me. And I was like, I thought I could make it happen. It just wasn't going to happen for me. But I mean, there was a point where I reached a breaking point, physically and mentally, and I realized that life is too short to do anything less than everything you want to do. And that's when I decided I would start having fun. I went to a live band karaoke event first. And then I started going to, karaoke nights just to kind of blow off steam, have fun, enjoy it. And then I was like, let me try an open mic. Because it's probably not that different than karaoke. I think I could do this. And so I went to, my first open mic was there at Propaganda. And that was the first time I had gone to any kind of open mic since I moved back to Florida. And it was I just was stumbling into it, like, just kind of like, I'll get to sing. It's probably not that different from karaoke. Should be good. And that's exactly, and then the interview happened, and I've made more progress in the last 6 months than I have in the last 16 years.
Wow, I'm so happy to be a part of that. Oh my God, I'm so happy to unintentionally, just a little thingy thing on the bench and all this stuff has happened. And like I said at the beginning, you never know who's watching. Well, anyway, Jess, you know how much I love you and everything. You're a great friend and all that, but
yeah.
I got to get this off my chest, man. I think it's time for me to kick your ass, man. I'm sorry, man. Here we go again.
All right,
Marina,
we're
going to turn this place into Jerry Springer once again.
Here
we go again, and I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of you guys getting the hold of me and everything. All right, here we go, man. The competition's happening.
All right, let's do it. We got this.
Okay. All right,
there you go.
Okay. So, am I looking good? All right.
All right.
Okay, here we go. I got to get ready for this.
Going for that cologne commercial look, I guess.
All right, here we go. It's a Chippendale.
Going for that cologne commercial,
okay.
I see.
So here we go. I got to get ready for this. It's a competition. Who could sing the better high note? Okay, it's between
You're gonna
me
lose that.
and it's between Jess. I think I could win. Okay, I definitely do. So we're going to go ahead and start off. You, the audience, are the judge, okay? And just go ahead and put in the comment section who won. Okay. So, Dad, do you think I should go first?
Yeah, sure.
What the hell am I doing here?
I don't know what you're doing.
I look like I'm 1975 Mr. Furley on Three's Company.
You look like you're shooting a cologne commercial.
Yeah. Chippendale, who knows? A Calvin Klein? Oh, by the way, Jess, can I be your backup dancer when you get more involved?
I want to say yes, but honestly, I think you might steal the spotlight. I think you might steal the show. I don't think anyone's going to be paying attention to me.
Well, obviously, big gay population where I live, All right, anyway, you guys, the crowd, are the judge for the high note. It's me, Joe Mazzella, Sound Vibes Live, versus Jess Helltrain. Okay, and here we go. Dad, you count the 3 for me to go.
1, 2, 3.
Via, yeah, Figaro. Okay. All right.
All right.
Now we have another one. Dad, contestant number 2, you count her off.
1, 2, 3.
Hold on.
Joe, I'm sorry.
What?
Not only was it higher, but it was much better.
Dude, are you kidding me, man? I freaking hit all the notes, man. All right, how about this one? Yeah.
Sounds like the same note.
Wait, she got to go one more time. I think we're going to attract all the cats around here, man. But chat, you guys vote, okay? And I think I got her here. And all right, I'm all. What the hell did I do? Okay. Anyway, guys, hair mess. We are ready. This is going to be the awesome part of the podcast. Jess Helltrain is going to perform unbelievable song. Guys, get ready. I'm telling you right now, her voice is an angel, man. So get ready, enjoy her song, spread the news. Check out her Instagram. Jess, your Instagram one more time?
Sure. It's JESSTER_Helltrain, all one word. HELLTRAIN.
Okay, very good. You guys follow her. And Jess, what song are you going to perform for us?
It's a song called Gentleman.
Oh, when did you write that?
With a former bandmate of mine years and years ago.
Okay. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and introduce Jess Helltrain. She's about to get down here in the studio. Jess, you got the stage.
I was walking in my new black boots, 'cause darling, you know the best trees show their roots. When I showed up to that dance hall on 65, I was looking for someone like you. I'll give you one kiss to show you heart. I'll give you 2 little moments in the dark. I'll give you 3 and no more turns across the floor. And then it's your turn. Boy, you better learn to be a gentleman. To be a gentleman. Whoa, I was paying my record store dues, 'cause baby, you know the best sound is the blues. When the record went live at that dance hall on 65, I was looking for someone that's true. I'll give you one kiss to show you heart. I'll give you 2 little moments in the dark. I'll give you 3, but no more turns across the floor. Then it's your turn. Boy, you better learn to be a gentleman. To be a gentleman. You know, I'll give you one kiss to show you heart. I'll give you 2